I don't think I'm the only one that sometimes when I get in the chair to get tattooed, I think to myself, why the hell does this hurt so bad? And sometimes it is where it is on your body that can be a factor. It's easy to kind of chalk it up to the person getting tattooed by being heavy handed. There can be some truth to that. Here's some things that you can do, literally make your tattoo hurt less, to be able to sit for a longer session, to be able to help your artist do their best work, and to be your most prepared no matter how much or how little experience you have getting tattooed. And this all goes for piercings too. Some things that I would consider deal breakers for the tattoo session would be if you're sunburnt, hungover, or sick, just call it a mulligan and reschedule. You never want to get tattooed in a hurry, so you might as well just take kind of the whole day to commit to that. I mean, there are some exceptions. We do walk-in tattoos where people are in and out in an hour sometimes, but especially again with custom work, or if it's something that you've planned ahead at all for, you're gonna want to think about that. Consider the days leading up to your tattoo session to at least be able to get some decent rest, eat meals regularly. What's best is to start a month even ahead of time, but treat it like you were training for a marathon. Do everything you would if you were getting ready to climb a 14er. Get a lot of sleep, hydrate, be diligent about your food intake and your calories. Do what you can to avoid stress, stretch, do yoga, do some cardio, but do the things that are good for your body, because when you get tattooed, it really does take a good bit out of you. I think it's the most calories you could burn sitting in one place when you're getting tattooed. And even if you don't start a long way ahead of time, even if it's a couple days before your tattoo session, paying attention to how you're eating, how you're sleeping, and your hydration is going to make a noticeable difference. Literally, it'll make your tattoo session hurt less if you're well fed, well hydrated, and well rested. In traditional Japanese tattooing, up to a full body suit, people often wonder how would they get their whole body tattooed day after day as one process. They'd spend weeks or even months at the home of the tattoo master being interviewed to find out if they were basically worthy of being a client, and to train their body they could be supervised by the tattoo master and in a controlled environment where you're being fed well, doing self-care things. I'm sure a lot of soaking in hot baths, being intentional about building your strength up going into a tattoo session, whether it's a small one or a big one, is going to make a big difference. I know some people are really just not worried about the pain aspect of it at all, and that's cool. It's good to have a positive mental attitude about it. Thing is, even if you don't feel like you need any extra help, it's going to help your tattoo artist to do their best work. If you're at your best full strength, to be able to sit well, keep your muscles calm and relaxed, and to have the endurance that it takes to sit well for the tattoo that you want to get, and that'll affect the end product. Clients that show a lot of pain externally, that's okay as long as I can do my job well. But still, I'm only human, so if somebody's really screaming and acting like it's killing them, if it's seeming like it hurts more than it should, I wonder if me or any tattoo artist unconsciously sort of backs off, does things a little bit differently, because it really shouldn't be that bad. And I've noticed on myself, here's an example. I'll show you this. These two tattoos were done by the same person. You can see one is a lot lighter than the other, because this one I sat like a wimp for. And this one you can see is plenty solid, and they just were able to do what they had to do without me distracting them with my squirming around. So if you poker face through your session, that'll help your tattoo artist be able to do their thing without distractions. A qualified tattoo artist can still tattoo you just fine, even if it is hurting you when you're showing it, as long as you're able to sit still and keep your muscles relaxed and not hold your breath. But still, it'll make it a lot easier for you to do that if you just prepare ahead of time. Here's another reason why it matters, is the money. Makes a difference to everybody. A lot of tattoo artists work with hourly rates, and in part that's to incentivize people to sit well so that we can move right along and get our job done efficiently. Now, if somebody's really struggling through that and they're, say, tensing up, even if it's not to the point where it's making wobbly lines or messing me up at all, it's still at least going to slow down the process. And when we're going by the hour, for example, if we get some wobbly lines, we kind of have to go back and fix those up. We're not just going to leave them. It's in your best interest when it comes to how much you pay too. If you can sit well, if it physically hurts you less, then it's going to go faster and it's going to cost you less. So the last thing I'll mention, in the days after your tattoo session, you want to make sure that you won't be in a position where your tattoo might get irritated and you won't be able to stop doing whatever you're doing if it does get irritated. So friction can irritate your tattoo, movement can irritate it even without friction, heat can irritate it, and chemicals and products can. There are a lot of things that can. Make sure that you're not having to do any physical labor outside, not working in the heat. I mean, kind of using common sense, I guess, but even at that, when somebody's tattoo doesn't heal the best, it's usually not because of anything really obvious. It's just usually because they're doing their normal routine things. Trauma accumulates and ends up making it scabby and not healing great. So just plan on taking it easy in the days after your tattoo session. So that's the best advice I've got for you as far as how to prepare for your tattoo session. I'm Aaron Lagore at Calamity Janes Tattoo. My Instagram is The Bold Will Hold. And we're here at 8th and North 7 days a week in Grand Junction, Colorado.